So this is something that literally, instantly, it's probably one of the only times in my life where I've read a sentence, a very short sentence, and it blew my mind, changed my life in an instant. And this is the honest truth. And I've read a lot of books, read a lot of self-help, my job requires me to listen to hours and hours and hours every week of self-help's advice, listening to these inspiring people give their message. But nothing has ever changed my life in an instant like this. And that is that your problem is not a psychological problem, it's a philosophical problem. Now, instantly that changed my life, but that was many years ago, many years ago. But still, I think on that and things relate back to it and I go, oh yes, that's a philosophical problem. And I'll tell you what it originally meant for me. The original meaning of that to me was, I always had this belief. Not even a belief, it was a core belief, it was a feeling in my life. It was just the way my brain worked, everything revolved around this feeling that I am not complete, there is something missing. There is a great answer that I'm not living life yet, but I will be living life, And I think people have the same feeling when I graduate, when I get married, when I have a kid, when I get this new job, when I'm happier, richer, healthier, then I'm finally living. And I thought there was this great answer, but I didn't even know I thought this. Because everything was plagued with this. I'll be spending time with someone talking, and during it my head will switch and go, well, yeah, but I'm not kind of living. I don't know I can't express the feeling because I no longer feel it. But maybe this resonates with some of you. And then when I read this sentence that it's a philosophical problem, something clicked. I went, what if I am truly living? What if this is pure bliss? What if this is happiness? What if this is purpose and meaning? This is life. There's nothing missing. And in an instant, that clicked with me. Didn't make me feel better in an instant, but it clicked with me. It changed my thinking, changed everything. And over time of understanding this, I developed presence. I developed this presence that I understood, this is life. There's no thing, there's no special thing out there. Nothing. There's nothing that will ever answer your problems except the here and now. Right now. Literally as you're watching the video, your present mind. The present moment around you. That's the only thing there is, and that's the only thing there will ever be. Because the second that's gone is the past. And the second in the future is not even happened yet. Now it's happened, but that's the present now. So, but when you understand this, that life only exists in the present, and you're creating these philosophical problems. It's like people always say, like, what's happiness? What's the meaning of life? No one knows the meaning of life. There's no actual answer. Like, you can't say to the creator and go, what's the meaning of life? And they go, well, the answer is right here. And you read it and you go, oh, that's genius. There's no meaning. And people assign meanings to everything and think everything needs this answer, one defined answer. And the problem with that is, you won't feel life. You won't live life, really live life. You won't experience life if you think this isn't the meaning of life. If you don't think what you're doing right now is the meaning of life, this is your purpose, your meaning. Life is lived in the present, literally inside this box here. You think the answer lies way over there. There's a magic key to unlock everything, all your problems, everything. And this one sentence can be carried over to everything. We just assign too many philosophical problems and paradoxes to every instant in our life. And not even philosophical, we add wordplay to things. But really, if you just experience the here and now, the present, do that for a long time, you realize that these weird philosophical concepts you're adding to equate meaning to your life, they just don't matter. Epictetus said that events happen as they do, people behave as they are, embrace what you actually get. And what this means is that oftentimes in our mind we see this situation, we see these people for something that they are not. They are a character or a situation created in our mind, that we are not seeing the truth. And everyone has their own belief of how things are and how people are, but we must embrace what we actually get. This reminds me of Amor Fati, the love of one's fate. Things will happen regardless of how you act. The world keeps turning no matter what you do. If you stay in bed all day, if you go out into the world, it keeps turning, and people keep living their lives, and these events will keep happening. And sometimes bad events, bad people enter your life, happen to you, and you have to embrace it, because that just is the way of nature. That is what happens. And to not embrace these things is to go against nature, and all that does is create more conflict. So the event happens as it does, and maybe it does hurt you, but to dwell on that, to ruminate on it, to create this image in your mind, a monster in your mind of this event, is just to make the situation worse. And it's like people, there is bad people out there, but if you sit and dwell and ruminate on this person and you create this monster in your mind, then you're only making things worse. So when you find yourself in a situation, think about what actually happened. Try to take yourself out of the situation. Think, what if it happened to someone else? What if, say, that you're on the train and someone nudges into someone, and you see it from a third person point of view. You realise that there wasn't much room to get past. They was distracted, they was carrying their bags, and they accidentally bumped into them. You can see that, but oftentimes when it happens to you, you just feel the hit, and most people take it very personal, and they create this image of the person that hit them, that they must be a bad person, and you make this monster. So don't do that. Accept humbly, let go easily. But possibly my favourite passage from the Meditations of Marcus Aurelius, and this will help you be present, is: if you set yourself to your present task along the path of true reason, with all determination, vigour and goodwill, if you admit no distraction, but keep your own divinity pure and standing strong, as if you had to surrender it right now. If you grapple this to you, expecting nothing, shirking nothing, but self-content with each present action taken in accordance with nature and a heroic truthfulness in all that you say and mean, then you will lead a good life, and nobody is able to stop you. Think right now how many things you are actually focusing on. Like, not just actually directing your mind towards. How many things are in your mind right now? Because I'm sure I've had days where I'm aware of what a certain celebrity has done, what a certain person I follow is doing right now. They've just posted something. I'm aware of their relationship problems. I'm aware of this celebrity's drama. I'm aware that the guys outside are arguing. I'm aware of what times I have to catch the train. I'm aware of the work I have to do, the homework, the problems I have to visit. I'm aware of maybe certain pains I'm in, certain problems with my house, certain problems with anything. Just actually think how many things are on your mind. It's crazy how much is going on in our heads. And what's even crazier is, with the rise of social media and even news networks and media in general, you're so prone to seeing all these things, all these problems around the world, global problems, global issues and drama from every corner of the world that you would never be exposed to. You know, not even that long ago, people would never be aware of any of these issues. They're just localized to what's going on in their general region. And you must just then focus on the present. What is there to actually focus on? You're sat on a tram right now, you're sat at your desk, you're sat in bed right now watching this video, what is there to focus on? Just look around your room. There's not much to focus on. You don't have to know about all these dramas. You don't have to let them boil up inside you, cause some sort of conflict. Even if it's a tiny bit of conflict, you've got all these things going on in your mind that need to be addressed, they need to be gone. Like, some celebrity is doing something crazy and causing drama and it's causing conflict within me. I've held on to that and it's gone at the back of my mind, but it's still there and it still rises up and causes some form of stress, still takes up my attention and my time. So, as Bruce Lee says, hack away at the unessential. The closer to the source, the less wastage there is. You'll realise that there's not that much to focus on and you can give so much more attention to these things. But another thing with social media and the news and all these things is there are many things we can't avoid, but you don't have to take on the stresses of others. So if you see that someone's got some drama going on or someone's got a problem, just ignore it. You know, these, especially celebrity dramas and media dramas, they last for a few fraction of a second and you never know the truth. You will never know the truth. If two YouTubers have got some drama going on and you're writing comments, this, oh he did this, they did that, you don't know anything because all you see is what they're putting online, which is 5% of their life. There's another 95% of their life and their history of their life that you will never see. So you can't everyone's just guessing and creating problems, and you take this weight on. As much as you don't think you do, and you realize how easy and how much stuff you don't have to focus on in life when you let go of all these things. And it's not easy, but it starts with just attention to it, conscious attention to the fact that you're focusing so much. So be present right now, be aware of this, and this feeling of presence that you hold right now as you're trying to be present, looking around, soaking in your environment. It's peaceful, there's not much going on, it's quite nice. This is life. That doesn't last for ages. Doesn't last very long at all. Soon you'll be back absorbed into your phone. But if you could just hold this one thought, when you're seeing these dramas, you're seeing these things, people's lives, hundreds of people's lives that you're now aware of, just be aware of this one thought. Let it go. That's all you need to remember, and that should help you. Every time, maybe you scroll through 10, you pay attention to 10, you get to 11 and go, what am I doing? Just let it go. Hopefully that helps. You can dance in the rain or sulk in the rain. It will rain regardless. What does this mean? It means it's going to rain. Things in life are going to happen. Situations are out of your control. These things will happen. And in terms of rain, you can sit and sulk that it's raining. You can be mardy and upset that it's raining and it's ruined your day, or you can dance in the rain. It's like, as Jan Okul says, there's no flowers without the rain. The rain brings something positive to something always, no matter what. And maybe it's upsetting you, but it doesn't need to upset you. And in life, that's the same. You're stuck in traffic. It doesn't need to upset you you're stuck in traffic, because I know from personal experience when I was a kid, and even now, I'm stuck in traffic, and especially when I was a kid, I'd see a train and it was the most awesome thing. You know, there's trains holding up people for 10 minutes, people are getting stressed. But as a child, you're like, wow, a train, it's very cool to see it go past. And the longer the train, the cooler it was. But some people, the longer the train, the longer you're waiting in traffic, the more stressed you are. So you can choose to sit in traffic, maybe listen to a podcast, listen to your favourite song, look out the window, see the world around you, talk to the person in the car with you, and that is dancing in the rain. It's taking the situation and making the most of it. Or you can sit in your car and just get more and more stressed. Come on, train, hurry up, hurry up. Why do people do this? Why do people get stressed, like, come on, shouting at traffic, as if the train is gonna hear you and go, oh, Ricky says hurry up, let's come on, get out of the way. Traffic, move out of the way for Ricky. It just doesn't happen like that. And I know I'm simplifying things, but if you can just remember to sing in the rain rather than sulk in the rain, in times when you're faced with a little bit of, not a massive challenge, but faced with a little challenge or a little obstacle, or circumstances aren't the best, you can just dance in the rain. Enjoy this situation for what it is. Another way to worry less and be present, as Bruce Lee says, hack away at the unessential. So, as Marcus Aurelius once wrote, if you want to be happy, says Democritus, do little. May it not be better to do what is necessary, what the reason of natural social beings demand, and the way reason demands it done? This brings the happiness both of right action and of little action. Most of what we say and do is unnecessary. Remove superfluity, and you will have more time and less bother. So, in every case, one should prompt oneself, is this, or is it not, something necessary? And the removal of the unnecessary should apply not only to actions, but to thoughts also. Then no redundant action either will follow.